Oh, hi, you guys, and welcome to another one-shot. Today we're going up the levels with our all-star cast. These guys are going to come in and show us how to roll some high-level characters. I'm looking forward to hearing all the exploits of how they got to 16th level, because, of course, this is a one-shot, and we've not done any of the prep for this. We're just rolling in with 16th level characters. Things about me. So, first of all, if you guys are already here, you probably already know these, but just in case, here are my social links. If you want to be checking out the beautiful artwork that the community produces, talking about D&D with the other community members, or generally interacting with the community, you need to be on the Discord. Every now and again, like today, I will go in and just say, hey guys, I need someone for a one-shot today. Can you guys be there? And you can either say no, or you can say, hey, stick me up with a gun. Also, there is my Twitter. If you want to get into a game, then you need to be contacting me on Twitter. I'm currently booked up to midway through June, but the earlier you get in, the earlier I can get you a game. So if you want to sign up, my message requests are open on Twitter. You can create an account if you haven't got one. If you haven't got one and you're a fan of the D&D community, what the hell are you doing? Twitter is the place to be on D&D. Twitter everywhere. The community on there is amazing and very, very strong and hairy. And YouTube where I am very behind on all of my social games. I've not actually uploaded them for a couple of weeks, but I will be getting back onto that. I will be making time, and I believe this weekend I have a space on Sunday where I'm just going to sit and just power through videos, so that will happen. Also, my Patreon, thank you again to someone earlier on, I don't know if they want to be named by name, I can only see their name in Streamlabs, who hit me up with another £5 donation. I'm so close to my donation goal now. It's actually scary. I might even be there. Conversion dollars to pounds as time slowly ticks. Anyway, I'll check that out in a bit. So yeah, thank you guys for the support on Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. All of you guys, you all matter so much. Thank you. Okay, let's go and get the guys. Let's go and give them a little wave. Let's go and get the guys. Oh, hi!
Oh, hello.
Hello.
And we're going colourful today.
Yeah, wait for this overlay you've been talking about to pop up on screen.
I'm excited.
It is commercial use only, so it's not like, as neon as I would have hoped, but
I'm waiting for it to... Ooh.
colourful enough.
Ooh, sparkles.
Yeah. So, today, the four of you have been summoned by a Patrick McCreely to help him out. He only talked to you about the rainbows. All four of you will know that the rainbows mysteriously appeared a couple of weeks ago, and they both started... First of all, they started sucking the colour out of everything, and now the colour is coming back into everything, more vibrant and weird than ever before. It's sort of like a cross between a Powerpuff Girls cartoon and just glitter everywhere. So we'll go around in camera order. Please introduce your character. Maybe tell us a little of their exploits, and we can go from there. And we'll start with the wonderful Quinn. Welcome, Quinn.
Hello. I'm playing Lance LaFame. Yes, hello. I'm Lance LaFame, Paladin at Large, Savior of Days, Defeater of Dragons, and Rescuer of Maidens. I graduated from Paladin School in Yartar, famous for their sauce. Happened to be Magnum Cum Laude. Have no fear, Lance is here.
Okay, thank you so much. Next up, we have Mark, Capricorn Cross. Welcome, and thank you for coming in short notice.
Yeah, no worries. Today I am playing a little halfling by the name of Waza Mata. But I was a hero, you know. I went down that Desert Valley, yeah. I fought all four of those elemental cults. Yeah, them and their crazy wiki gods. I've seen stuff you've never imagined in your life, and now the only way I can get rid of it is this bottle right here. And oh, it's so good. The memories, they go away. Oh man, don't mess with me though. I will still punch your face off, mate. Oh.
Thanks, Mark. Next today we have Kelsa.
Hey, today I'm playing Freshwater. I'm a bard who has seen a lot. I hope to learn a little bit more about the rest of our party from my memoirs. And with my trusted camel and I, we can always put on a show. Never know when that's going to be needed. And if those rainbows suck the colors out of my motley, well, then we'll see how I look mad.
And last but most certainly not least, Adelaide. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, I am playing Samsara. And I am a tiefling ranger that is a bit of an outlander. She doesn't venture to town much except to trade. She seeks to the deserts usually, so this is pretty different terrain. Doesn't generally like people much, not having seen them. She tends to the beasts of the wild, and that's her forte. She knows them better than anything else. In fact, she hasn't even slept inside in like a normal house in probably 10 years. So little rugged, little rough around the edges, but she's lovable all the same, I guess.
Brilliant. And you are greeted by a gnome with a large ginger beard who greets you. Oh, hello there. Are you the adventurers? What I put out for?
I heard that there was a rainbow that needed slaying.
Okay, you must be Lance LaFame, is that right?
That's right, my wee little man.
I guessed as much. It's okay. Okay, well, welcome, Lance. I mean, I've heard of your renowned deeds.
Ah, well, I'm glad to hear someone has.
There's only 2 songs about your deeds, Lance, and one of them I won't repeat in your company because I like you.
Ah, that's a wonderful thing to say. Thank you.
That must make you Freshwater, then?
At your service.
I'm not. We don't have rain much in my part, so I'm not exactly sure what a rainbow is. Is it some kind of monster?
It is a god puking on the world, and we shall slay that god.
Sometimes the effect similar to this occurs above an oasis. You may be familiar with it, where the light refracts into multiple colors.
I'm sorry, but rainbow puking god. I think I'm not the only one who's been drinking.
Okay, well that's just fantastic. So you 3 must have been. Okay, brilliant. So okay. Well now the rainbows, they're sucking all the magic out of the world.
That must be
Can't
the
have
giant
that.
sucking sound I hear.
You're on about that other song about you, aren't you? That Freshwater won't sing.
Surprised you know of it.
I know a lot, my dear. Ugh.
I'm hoping to learn it from you.
Oh boy.
I know. Ugh. Oh, you're almost as big as me. Not many halfling size these days.
So I used to live in that magical place near the bottom of the rainbow. It's usually invisible, but for some reason it's become. I don't know why I'm going all Liverpool either.
Sorry.
It's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know why it's going, but at the bottom of the base, it's just drawing all these creatures. I don't know what to do.
Well, I do have experience with creatures, at least.
Have no fear. We will take care of that. I will see to it.
Yeah, no problem.
Really puts a damper on my style if all the magic fades out of the world, so of course I'll be on it.
Well, it's not so much that it's being sucked out of the world. It's more that it's being put back in too strong.
Oh, now that's an interesting and slightly different problem.
I had a similar problem in college.
Not everyone considers that a problem. Continuing on, so Where could these... Where would you suggest we start?
Oh, well, where else at the end of the rainbow?
Of course.
That's where I used to live.
So, you want us to beat these beasties and make sure the sucking of the rainbow's not so hard?
I guess that's pretty much the scope of things, but I'm not really sure what's going on myself. If I knew what was going on, then perhaps I'd be able to tell you more information. All I know is there's beasties, and there's a magic rainbow, and my home's not safe.
All right.
We'll protect you.
I can pay you in gold if you help me out.
There's no need, little sir. We'll do it for free.
Like hand on Lance's face. I like gold.
Just
I'll take the gold.
yeah, some gold and top me up, be fine.
We'll just split Lance's portions between the three of us.
Cheers to the charitable soul.
Okay, well I've got a little map here that leads you to the bottom of the rainbow. Now you gotta go. You sort of gotta walk through some things that don't look like you can walk through them, but I'm sure you guys will be fine with that, won't you?
Oh, of course, we don't need a map. We can see the rainbow goes there. Come, let us slay some dragons.
I'll give this to you, Freshwater.
Yes, thank you.
Where's my faithful steed? And my squire.
I don't see either. If you'd like to ride on my wagon.
Aha! I found it.
Don't worry about me. I'll keep up.
Come on up. Let's get in the wagon. I promise Marjorie doesn't spit unless, well, mostly doesn't spit.
So heading off. As you head off, you can see the land truly as you get closer to the rainbow-infested lands. Does become grayer. Samsara might recognize it almost as things begin to wilt and die, and they seem devoid of, almost like the same way that the desert is devoid of water. You can feel a similarity with the color, and all the colors are just fading back, and as such, the plants and the creatures just aren't apparent, or rather are absent.
This doesn't seem at all abnormal to me. In fact, I kind of enjoy it.
It sure makes it peaceful here, doesn't it?
I once again just look at my bottle, look at what's going on around, bottle going on around. Wow, this stuff's real good.
I'm a little put off by this, honestly.
Well, let's go figure it out. Don't worry, I know the 3 great secrets, so it's absolutely fine.
We continue on.
As you do so, the land becomes gradually at first more colourful. There is a spot of colour. You'll probably notice it in the grey outlook. There's this one flower that looks like it's been drawn around with a thick black marker and then coloured in with a pink glitter gel pen. And it just sits and sparkles on the floor.
That's
If I hadn't gone to paladin school, that would be unsettling.
right. Should we get a closer look then?
Yeah, I'll walk up and take a poke at it with my. I've got a big walking staff with me, and I'm gonna poke at it from a distance.
So, what are you checking for?
I want to see its consistency, what it seems to be made of. Is it animal, vegetable, mineral?
Okay.
It's rainbow poo.
So, make me a survival check. As you touch it with the end of your staff, there's a little poof of glitter that tinkles down, which very much resembles pollen. But if you were to touch it or look at it closely, you can see that actually it's not pollen at all. It is just glitter. So useless for like. It can only have survived magically. This thing hasn't been bred by bugs and the birds and the bees. This thing is purely magical.
Well, it could be some strange type of mushroom. It's
Let
pink.
me take a look. I want to examine it with Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of whatever this might be.
On an 18, this flower is certainly taking its life from the magical energy. You can tell that it is drawing energy from from the distant but relatively nearby rainbows, as a normal plant would the sun.
Fascinating. I pull out my notebook and I start sketching pictures of it and making notes about that. It's going to take me a while.
Lance presses on. Onward! We must slay the evil that is rainbow colored.
Oh, this is just fascinating now. Haven't you seen anything like this? No, you haven't. I need to write at least a song about this, or maybe a short poem. But
I know a song that's appropriate here.
Oh, aye. Go on.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. That's all I've learned so far, but I'm working on it.
I think I know that one.
I hope to become a bard someday.
keep working on it.
Yeah, please do.
I've already quit my day job.
What are you doing here?
Aha! I haven't quit my day job.
All right, close
It's
enough.
just to see if you were clever. We will need all of our smarts.
I'm gonna need all of my drink.
Of which you both seem to be running out of.
No, it's fine. This flask it doesn't run out. Trust me.
Right.
So, a question for the players. Have you ever seen unicorns before?
I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
So,
Once.
I once put a branch
Sober.
on my horse's head and kind of pretended, but
In
I
all
followed rumors of unicorns, but they were never there when I went.
in all honesty, Scrap, when you said build achievements for the character, in the adventure where this character is from, we did encounter a unicorn.
fantastic. And how was that unicorn?
Lawful Good tried to turn us against our Drow party member for some reason. Can't think why.
So
Good
you
job.
might, Wazza might look with some astonishment as suddenly over the plains, three unicorns are charging towards the party, head down with their horns pointed like rhinos, charging towards you.
That's not right. They're normally a bit more sociable. Wait a minute. Am I drunk or is there three of them?
Unicorns?
Uh-huh. And looking pretty, well, a bit like me after I've had a few of these pissed.
Um,
Can
maybe
I
we
do-
should.
Sorry, can I do an insight check to see if these things are coming at us in an aggressive, you know?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, I know it's pretty obvious, but I'm playing a drunk guy here, folks. Okay, insight 11. I'm a bit too, yeah, maybe I'm a bit too merry.
I've heard lots of stories about unicorns, even though I've never seen any. In with my own eyes until just now. Um, would I know if they would be able to see through an illusion or invisibility?
You probably would know. And I would say your character would have heard nothing of that sort. No, they don't have like true sight or anything like that, to your knowledge.
Okay. Great. Then I think what I'm gonna do is oh no, I didn't get that spell. Dang it. Neighbor dog. Great, you're making my life hard. Maybe we should move out of the way. And
I see no reason to avoid this. All you must do is tell them to stop. Stop, little horsies. Stop in the name of all that is good and holy.
I'm already
And,
walking
Lance
off
just
to
walks,
the side.
just rides his horse forward with his palm up.
As you hold your hand out and say to stop, the three unicorns seem to disappear.
You see,
I'm gonna look around, see if they've like gotten around us somehow.
It's like a mirage in the desert.
You can give me perception checks.
Yeah.
Lance is going to continue on the way, assuming that the problem has been solved.
Perfect. I think I got some glitter in my eyes.
Even with your keen eyes, what's the matter? You think you can see something moving for a second, but then dismiss it.
Ugh. Ugh. Weird. Very weird.
And then the unicorns are upon you, suddenly very much appearing amidst you and attacking. Everyone please roll initiative.
Ah! Okay.
Stealth unicorns.
I'm giving them advantage on initiative because they were stealth.
Fair play.
God damn that one, get out of here. Okay, so Kelsey, you'll be up first.
Well, they are attacking us, and I don't like that. So, I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning. So I'm gonna hit the one in the center, and then it's gonna branch off into the other two. They need to make a Dexterity save at 18.
Central one passes. Does the spell still affect the other two?
La, 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 la. Three bolts then leap from it to a target and that many other targets. No, it does not. They does not matter whether it hits the first one or not.
Okay.
They still have to make it.
So one of the unicorns will undergo the full effect.
Great. 10d8 lightning damage.
And is that halved on a successful or?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm gonna scream, "Get back!"
You sort of hear they like rear back. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna get. I'm gonna like. Did we bring my camel and my cart here? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a moment to go. I'm like gonna pull the pin and release the camel so that she's no longer hooked to my cart. because the last thing we need is a unicorn knocking over the cart and whatever. She's fairly well trained camel, but she's going to stay out of the fighting. But now she's no longer hindered by the cart.
Okay, fantastic. And that will take us then to Samsara's turn.
How close in proximity are the are the unicorns like pretty much on us?
They are pretty much on you. So where Lancers said halt and they disappeared, they actually passed without trace and got in amongst you.
Okay. Instead of pulling out my longbow, since we're close enough, I'm gonna pull out my short swords and spin around and attack one of them, the nearest one.
Okay, so the nearest one will be the one that took the most lightning damage.
I feel a bit guilty, but not too guilty.
Oh, that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I have a second attack.
Of course.
Get fucked, unicorn. We're gonna go for the jugular in this one.
The unicorn's looking badly injured. Do you have a bonus action?
I've never played a ranger before, so bear with me. I hide it pretty much. That's about it. Yeah. No, that's fine. That'll end my turn.
Okay. So then next up will be Lance Lefame.
I'm going to monologue. How dare you, good and wholesome creatures, turn and engage in such foul behavior? I tell you now that I am Lance Lefame, immensely popular graduate from Paladin School in Yartar, famous for their sauce. And I tell you now that whatever it is you have planned, whatever dastardly deed that you are considering, whatever faint evil that is crossing your brain, know that I, Lance Lefame, immensely popular and fairly well groomed, shall see that evil, that faint stench of the demonic, shall die. And now I look around to expect them to stop.
Does a 16 hit your armor class?
No.
An 18?
No.
A 19?
No.
That one unicorn attacks you. It's just like trying to make you shush. Like it can't quite hit you for some reason. But
Aha! You see! Now you know you cannot stop. Good!
Samsara, the one nearest you is going to heal itself. It's as though your last attack just heals up. Like where the blade connected, it almost immediately sealing back up again. It's
Unexplainable.
inexplicable indeed.
I know these are celestial beasts, but I've never seen them do anything like that before.
Teehee. And that it has drained all of its strength. So now the one closest to freshwater is also going to attack. 13.
That's a miss.
18.
An 18 will hit.
That's 15 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
And lastly, I've lost my horn. There it is. And a 20.
That also hits.
And another 8.
Ouch. Okay.
So now we come to Wazza. Oh, sorry. Whoa, hold.
Oh, I was just gonna say that we couldn't be surprised, but it doesn't matter because I still beat their initiative anyway. Because anyway, continue.
Continue we shall. Wazza.
Right. I'm gonna stroll up to the most injured-looking one. I think it's the one the ranger was having a go at, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be nice," and then I'm gonna hit it with a kawak as I punch it in the face. 13.
13 hits.
Okay, that does
So,
9.
did you wander close to Freshwater, Samsara, or Lance? Which one did you decide to aid?
The one that the ranger basically critted and got that chunk of damage. I would imagine that's the most injured one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I've just kawaked that one in the face. I'm going to follow up with an elbow as I'm going to bring it down across its mane as I'm going to kaplunk him for 26.
That hits.
He takes another 7 bludgeoning damage, all magical with a monk of my level. And then I'm going to spend a key point.
Hold on. Hold
Oh,
on. All
sorry.
magical, you say?
Yeah, monk at this level, my attacks are considered magical.
Interesting to note. Suddenly it doesn't look so on the ropes as it did a second ago.
Okay, then I kill the magical attacks because I can choose to do that as a monk.
Ah, okay, right, cool.
Interesting.
All right, then, but that's fine for those two then, Scrap.
Okay.
That's fine. So I'll do the key point then for the Flurry of Layers. And what I'm going to do is, realizing it, I'm going to chill my key power out. And then I'm going to hit it with a headbutt butt for the first of my Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
For 13, I'm going to turn off the magical 13 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to backhand on my heel and do a spin kick, a whirly whirl for 22.
Yes, indeed.
And cracking around the jaw for another 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to use my, drunken technique to actually move back 10 feet without provoking an attack of opportunity as I get the disengage action.
Yes, and you do not take an attack of opportunity. As your last kick connects with the jaw, the unicorn slumps to the floor.
Ha! Lightweight.
Monks. So that brings us back around to Kelsa. One of the unicorns has fallen.
Great. In that case, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Mordecai's Sword, and a brilliant, very ornate, beautiful sword pops into existence dancing around me and is going to deliver force damage if I hit with this attack against the next most damaged. 21?
21 indeed hits.
Oh, yeah. 12 force damage. That's a really low roll. There's 2 1s in there. Gross. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move because I don't need to be within. I just need to be within 60 feet to keep hitting him with his sword.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna move back and pull out my bow so that I can get some extra attacks in there next time.
Yeah, okay. So this thing sort of takes the force blow on the chin, I suppose, and shoots you a glare and stomps its hoof like only a horse can. And that brings us to Samsara. Who is muted.
Of course. I am going to move in to attack the unicorn she just attacked with my sword again.
That hits.
It does a hit, yes. And I'll do a second attack with that one, and then I do have a third attack apparently.
Ooh.
I just realized. Yes. I'm assuming the other horse, the other unicorn, is within 5 feet. The other one.
Yes. The other one is within 5
Okay.
feet.
Yeah. I'm gonna swirl around to the last unicorn and take a stab at him as well.
That also hits. 26 piercing damage. So, Lance, you will see this Samsara ranger start whirling blades and stabbing both remaining unicorns. How do you react?
Aha! I see. Now comes the time for me. And I draw my holy avenger. If you will notice, foul creatures, once fair, but now foul, a vengeance so holy shall come upon thee. Dare I choose to strike at you, you shall feel the fury of my wrath. Turn ye away now, or forever perish.
And make a convince roll?
Yeah, persuasion.
Go for
Let's do it.
On a 16. On a 16, the unicorn sort of twitches its head looking at you. And it does not attack. It makes to, but it doesn't attack. However, the one near freshwater does.
Of course it does. That's a hit.
And then
Ow.
also, its hind leg flies back to catch Samsara. On a 14?
Is not a hit.
Fair enough.
Too
So,
fast.
lastly, the horn flies towards freshwater.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Phew. Freshwater is definitely starting to look a little worse for wear.
Wazza.
All right. Ooh, so I see old Waterfresh in trouble. So I'm just gonna stumble and roll over like I'm Jackie Chan from Drunken Boxing. And then when I get right up close and personal to the unicorn, just out of Freshwater's eye shot, I go all serious and I just bang, 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 bang another 4 times. So we have a 22, 29, dirty 20, and a 13.
The all hit.
Okay, so that's 11 bludge,
Uh-huh.
followed by another 11 bludgeoning,
Uh-huh.
followed by 7 bludgeoning,
Oh.
and a final whack right in his mush is another 7. Man, that was some pretty okay.
And yeah, you do this, and the horse sort of like stops for a moment, then just coughs a little bit of pink glittery blood, and falls to the ground.
Listen to the paladin. He ain't doing much, but he's not talking.
Kelsey, you are gifted that information from Wazamada.
There's one unicorn remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Hold monster. Which actually, yeah, that's wisdom save.
Ooh.
Oof. Yeah, you passed that. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, it just sort of like rears back from your spell and turns to look at you crossly, and then looks back at Lance, then back at you.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna use a bonus action to flip lip. Oh no, I can't because that's also a concentration spell. No. Well, it's okay. I thought the fight was gonna be over. In that case, I'm done.
Samsara.
Wait, did you successfully?
Oh no.
Oh, you did not. Okay. I mean, unicorns can't really communicate, though, can they?
I've heard stories where they can.
I want to see if I can try and calm this animal down. I've got a lot of experience with horses, so I'm gonna just put my hands out slowly and whistle really low and see if I can maybe make an animal handling check and get it to settle down.
Sure, roll it. On a 26, it looks at you sort of crossly, shaking its head. You've calmed it somewhat.
Easy, boy. We won't just calm down. We won't hurt you. I don't want to. I don't want to attack anymore. I'll leave my turn there. I'll see if it'll. Maybe nobody else will take the advantage to kill.
So Lance, the unicorn is calmed, still looking around crossly, but
Shame! Shame on you! Once a creature of goodness, a symbol of purity and beauty, and look how you have fallen. Oh, the shame! Hang your head and feel how much you have disappointed all the little boysies and girlsies and little people throughout the land at your fallen state. Repent!
I'm gonna start playing. Like, I've pulled my my instrument around my magical citharin, and I start playing a counter charm just in case these unicorns were somehow under mind affecting magic, as like an undercurrent to this speech that Lance is giving, and that way, if either one of them succeeds, we can both take credit.
Repent! Repent, I say you, turn back to the path of good. Wide is the path to destruction, and narrow the path to righteousness.
And the unicorn will look at Lance, look at Freshwater and Samsara, and then look back at its two fallen comrades. And you see it just sort of like blink a few times, closes its mouth, then opens its mouth, and this chromatone, black and white rainbow erupts from its mouth. More not like a ray, more like a ball, and then it just drops it on the floor, and both the unicorn and the two other unicorns disappear. This time, some of you might recognize the magic.
Aha.
I stab at the demon.
What? We won? What's that?
You could say that.
So you're stabbing at the ball of blackness?
Yes.
With your Holy Avenger magical sword. That. All right, go for it.
Yes. I stab at thee, O demon of colorlessness.
So, for this, can we have a bit more of a detailed description of your sword? How does it look?
Long sword, Holy Avenger, I don't know. Silver, gleaming.
Colourful? Ruby?
Kind of sort of long sword thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, any magical gems or anything on the pummel immediately turn grey. The sword itself turns grey. And the ball poofs and disappears.
Aha! You see, it is not always good to use violence, but when you do, you can succeed.
I'm gonna take a look at that sword. Does it still have any magical properties?
It does.
Does it have the same ones it started with?
I'll need an Arcana check.
Yeah. On a 12?
It's still magical.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna be like, Lance, I think something happened to your sword. Let me examine it.
I'm sorry, but I cannot let you examine this sword. I have pledged this sword only to one person alone who may examine it. I don't know where they are at the moment, but they're the only ones who I allow to fondle my longsword.
I don't need to touch it. I just need to. I want to cast Identify.
Ah, I can save you the time. This is a Holy Adventure longsword, and this is its scabbard. Ah, ha ha!
I was actually going to roll a intelligence check to see how drunk Wazza was in order to think, hold on, enough with the blows. Let's actually pull out my regular wooden staff. But after that display with the Holy Avenger, he's just going to like look at him, look at his drink, and he just pulls out a staff anyway.
Yeah, and Lance is just holding it out in front of him in the scabbard.
And Freshwater, you cast Identify?
It takes a minute. Are you going to let me stand there casting a spell for a minute in front of you?
I don't know that Lance is going to pay much attention, really. He's now probably going to find his steed and continue on his journey.
All right, I guess I do need to touch it, but I don't need to hold it. I just need to touch it. Yeah.
Lance only has a wisdom of 8, so odds are you can probably sneak a touch.
Great. Yeah, I learn if it's a magic item, if it has its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charge it has, if any, whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are, yada, yada, yada. You know, identify.
Mm-hmm. So you do identify a spell that has been placed upon this sword on top of its old spells. It still retains its original magic. It still retains its original magics,
But also,
for every day spent being attuned to the weapon, the owner becomes more and more unlawful and reckless, making decisions that are misaligned from themselves. A snarky shopkeeper might be punched rather than reasoned with. These changes come slow and at the shock of the owner. So Lance won't be expecting this behaviour, it will just happen. But slowly become more natural until they become the primary thought process. And with your experience of magic from this Identify spell, you would say it's going to take about 24 hours for the transformation to be complete?
yeah, great. That's a problem. I'm gonna
Well,
collect.
technically, not necessarily. I mean, maybe Lance just turns from preaching to just evil monologuing.
How is that really different? Wait, what? I think I'm gonna take Samsara and Waza aside and be like, whatever happened back there to his sword, it added a magical property. It's going to be slowly corrupting his morals until he's not even the same person he was a moment before. Now, I'm not saying that I like who he is now, but who this would turn him into, I think I would like less.
Yeah, I think I might like him more.
Well,
Come, pony, let us ride to the rainbow.
I think we know what happened to the unicorns then. And
I think so.
I say that with a slight serious undertone to my drunken slurriness for a change.
I think you might be right, Waza. There's no way he's going to give up his sword, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on him.
You'll punch him really hard in the face.
That might work.
You're on knockout duty.
Great. And then we move on towards the end of the rainbow.
So, using your map, you can sort of guide Lance, I'd say sort of, just for time, you can guide Lance towards the base of the rainbow fairly efficiently. You're probably maybe, as you get closer and closer, you notice that everything becomes more like the first plant you saw. yellows, oranges, greens, blues. The colours are everywhere. The grass is a horrible lime green sort of colour, far too vibrant to really be grass. And everything looks like it's been drawn with a thick marker.
Collecting samples and putting them into bottles and putting them on the shelves in my cart.
And as you get closer to the base, you will see, or maybe feel. Maybe you could have an Arcana, Insight, or Perception.
Natural insight. Okay. 17.
Okay, so Samsara, your keen eyes will pick out a wing against the base of the rainbow. It looks like the wing of an iguana in that it's fully rainbow colored, prismatic, if you will. The rest of you, with your insight checks, will determine that there is a new master at the base of the rainbow.
Nope. That one's taken over.
Come, let us deal with him. Mwahaha!
I'm ready.
What could be the source of all this?
Bottoms up.
Actually, before we actually go over there, I'd like to roll some. I'd like to roll some dice as we took a short rest before we made it this far.
It's very wise, yeah.
Because you know what, I don't have very many hit points. It turns out. So let's see. What do I have here? As a bard, I get to add my Song of Rest, which is an additional D6. And I have a D8 as a bard. So that's close enough.
Did any of the rest of you drop health at all? No?
I think I'm the only one that got hit.
The
Anyone who-
weakling.
The only one who got hit was the bard.
I also have an 8 constitution, so
Oof.
I have the least hit points. Maybe don't let me get hit again. Thanks.
I'm on tanking duty then.
So yeah, Samsara, if you were to make perhaps another intelligence, history, memory check sort of thing.
Oh, it should actually be a D10 instead of a D6.
Oh, I don't know
because
much
I'm-
about history.
Yeah. It's a 6 anyway. Never mind.
Thank you to Light Fingery, who donates a nat 20 for Samsara and an advantage for Lance. On a 10, you can see a you can tell that wing is almost certainly portends to dragons.
I noticed. Was she noticed the dragons, or did I?
You did.
I did. Okay.
You did. Can I search through my memory of all of the stories I've ever heard of anything between dragons and rainbows or anything like that? Type of dragon we might be facing, or a legend about something like this happening before?
You can check, yeah.
Is that some history or?
Up to you. What feels right?
Uh, it's either history or arcana, but
So I'd say Arcana if you're trying to figure out what's going on right here, right now yourself, and History if you're trying to remember a tale of the past.
I think I'm trying to remember a tale of past here, so I'm gonna go with history. 21. Why can't I roll good? That's really bad. I'm very good at history. That's disappointing.
On a 21, your brain scans through the memories you have of rainbow-related stories. It's generally always figures that horrifically resemble poor Patrick McCreely, who is innocent in all of this. Stealing gold, stealing pots, stealing pans, gifting people gold if they can do an impossible task, and all of that sort of thing. There is one old tale that ties rainbows to the magic of the world, but it doesn't mention dragons.
Interesting. What do I remember about that tale that ties rainbows to the magic of the world?
Mm-hmm.
What like, in what way are they tied?
So without rainbows, there is no world. Rainbows gift color to the world, and
Okay.
it's sort of like an old kid's tale. It's very simplistic in that you have to have rainbows to have colors. Without rainbows, there are no colors, and the world can't be.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Kid's tale.
Um,
I'm gonna get that published.
Great. So, yeah, I can't think of anything that would bring a dragon to the end of the rainbow like this. I've heard that magic and rainbows are connected, and without one, there's not the other, and without the other, there's no world, but I don't know why a dragon would be interested.
It matters not the reason, only that the dragon is defeated. Come,
But
let us slay a dragon.
I'm not certain that that's necessary. Dragons can usually be reasoned with.
Depends on
Although
the
if they're
colour.
being
Lance is
affected-
off and charging on the steed.
Of course you are. Okay, well,
Dragon!
Marjorie, go. And the camel is off, and we're on the way with our trundling cart of wonder.
Legs, go!
Has like my vibrantly painted like entertainer's cart, has that been affected by this area at all, or not yet?
Not yet, but as you get closer to the dragon, all of you begin to feel this weird tugging sensation. Can you all please make me a wisdom or charisma saving throw? Up to you.
I'll go with charisma, please.
Wisdom. Oh man. Oh wait. I have something here. Hold on. I am going to spend 2 key points to use Drunkard's Luck. I'll bring it up here in the chat. Let's see. Drunkard's Luck. Let's bring it up. I can spend 2 key points. Oh, no. Sorry. I beg your pardon. No, that's something else I've got. Hold on. Some monk jank here. Hold on.
Wait. Paladin, don't you grant bonuses to saving throws? Or have you ridden so far ahead of us that we're not within that aura?
The aura of protection is 10 feet. At 18 level, it becomes 30 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If you're not on the cart, that's not going to work. Welp.
So, yeah, for
Right.
Lance, he's probably going to be fine, but I don't think anyone else will be.
Right. Beg your
I
pardon.
rolled a 23, so I better be fine.
Right, I beg your pardon. Wrong thing. It's not Drunkard's Luck. It's Diamond Soul, where I can spend a key point to re-roll the saving throw, and I must take the second result. So, Scrap, you're cool. Would you like me to re-roll, or can I take that 22?
You can take the 22.
All right, then 22 it is. Key point spent.
Yeah. So with your saves, Samsara, you feel a little, I don't know, you feel a little sad. Nothing physically happens to you, but you just feel a little sadder.
That didn't work.
And indeed,
Put the slash.
the colours from the cart do begin to fade just a little bit.
No, my cart.
And can all of you make me a stealth check? No, you're not going stealth. You're riding forwards. So the dragon's head will come around and come very close to Lance Lefame.
Oh, there, friend.
Dragon, I have come to slay thee.
That's not what I'm here for.
I'm potentially here for that. We'll see.
I'm
We'll
not.
see how it goes.
I'm not. You don't have to listen to Indigo Montoya over there. It's fine.
I'm just open to the options. That's all I'm saying.
Why would you slay me?
Because you're a dragon, of course. Ha! I learned in paladin school that dragons are slain by paladins. And in case you haven't heard, I am Lance Lefame, paladin of some note, I might add.
Put him to sleep. Seems pretty,
Yeah, the dragon is sort of like rearing back. Those of you who might have seen dragons before, Lance, have you actually fought dragons before?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I think Freshwater has. So yeah, she's like, but she's also spoken to dragons before, you know, and not fought them.
So the dragon is getting ready to rid itself of this inconvenience.
You could take him out first if that's your preference. We don't mind.
I charge.
I don't mind.
Let's make an initiative roll.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Awesome. So good.
Another 13 on initiative. What the fluff?
So. Kelso, you would be going first, but I think we'll resolve this one between the dragon and Lance on the first round, and then we'll go to everyone. So I'm going to take the dragons go first as the higher initiative out of the two, then go to Lance, and then we'll start the round afresh.
Well, my goal was to cast sleep on Lance so that he fell off of his horse.
Please do so. Okay, yeah. If anyone else wants to interfere with this interaction, then we can do it in turn order.
Beautiful. The problem is that Lance has probably got a gajillion hit points. So let's go ahead and say
I don't have anything to help out other than just flat out killing him.
right. Of course not. So I'm gonna roll. What does it start out as? 5d8 plus an additional 8d8 is 13d8.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many hit points does Lance have?
Lance has 126.
God, no. Not even close. Well, I try. Wait, can I put your horse to sleep?
Oh, it might. Yeah, it very well might. I don't know. What's the deal with the steed here? Let's find out. It doesn't say what its hit points are. The magical steed. It's a war horse that I call into existence. Maybe just a standard
I
Two
think
points
it's
for a
the
war horse.
standard war horse stats.
That would be my guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
previous GMs I played with, they've always said it was either a war horse.
Not the
They have an
plague.
average of 19 hit points, so that would definitely put it to sleep.
It would, in fact. Yep. Well, actually, the horse is within my aura protection, so wouldn't the horse get a saving throw bump to avoid being put to sleep?
You don't get a saving throw for sleep.
Oh. Well, then the horse would go to sleep.
Yeah, sleep is harsh like that. I just have to roll enough dice. That's the that's the thing.
All right.
Great. So yeah, your horse falls asleep out from underneath you as you're charging at this dragon. And I'm gonna stand up. I'm like on my cart, like on the driver's seat, and I got my staff with its bells on, and I shake it, and like bonk it on the wood of my cart, and I'm like, Lance, you'll stand down now. We'll all regret it.
I'd listen to the little lady.
I'm sorry, I will do nothing of the sort. This evil must be destroyed so that we little man may return home.
Is it evil? Because just think, Mr. Paladin, you kill a good creature, you break your oath. That makes you oath breaker. Lance Lafame, oath breaker. You want that tag on your butt for the rest of your days? You want to take the gamble, boy?
If it's possible for Lance to attack the dragon, I do so.
So the dragon would wait, seeing if the party's attempts to convince you go off.
I have a rope. Can I just try and lasso him?
Well, actually, your turn is after Lance's.
I know. That's the thing. So maybe he'll miss, and then I will attempt to lasso him.
So, Lance, please feel free to attack the dragon.
I shall. I'm going to spend a third level spell slot, and we're going to divine smite him.
That's on a weapon attack, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Here's number 2. I'll spend a second level spell slot.
That does not break through his natural armor.
Well, all right. Lance isn't known for being competent.
So, Samsara, you were trying to do something with Lasso.
It's Waz's next after me. I mean, before me. Sorry.
This is true.
Unless you want to ready your action.
Okay. My athletics is not great, so I am just going to try and charge him as hard as possibly can and try and bull him down to the ground. This is probably not going to work, but he's been warned.
So we'll have athletics versus strength or dex save. Or athletics or acrobatics, I think. Athletics versus My tongue today. Athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
And here's the fun bit. -1 for me for athletics. Here we go.
Yikes.
12.
That's a 12 to beat Lance.
May fluff.
What am I doing to beat it?
Acrobatics or athletics?
Okay, we can give it a shot.
Beautiful.
Why don't you two describe
Well.
this?
Go ahead, man.
All I'm just going to do is just going to go for freaking kids, and I'm just going to run at him hard as I can. Seriously, you're going to see me go full flash. You see the sparks and everything, and all of a sudden, I'm just going to run full force into him, and it's just basically like hitting a brick wall, and I'll fall over prone.
And so
I'm fine. Wow.
and that's exactly what happens. So Samsara.
Okay, so seeing this incredible display in front of me of extreme incompetency, I am going to steer my horse forward and pull out a rope, fashion it into a lasso, start swinging it around my head, and I'm gonna launch it at Lance LaFame using my nat 20 that I got.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, Lance, I'll let you take a dex save anyway. Really, you need to
Okay.
roll a nat 20 on this. You do have an advantage.
I'm going to use the advantage, and what on this deck save, be sure I don't know how to do this in roll 20, so we just need to add 5 to the result because of my aura of protection.
Okay.
But I am going to use my advantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, thank heaven. So, yeah.
No, versus the
Plus 5 is 14. That's not enough.
versus the nat 20, the lasso just wherever you were trying to do with it. I'm sorry, it works.
Yeah, I'm pulling it tight. It's gonna be right around his middle,
Uh-huh.
and probably will drag you to the floor since I'm still on horse and it's still moving forward. But I'm not gonna drag you far. Don't worry.
That's all right. It's all good.
Well, how strong is Lance?
18.
And your horse is a regular horse?
Yeah, just regular horse. Nice little stallion.
Lance, would you like to do an opposing athletics check?
I was just going to say, could I oppose this to escape the grapple? Here we go. Strength, athletics. Well, that's no good.
Well, the horse only rode an 8. I used the unicorn stats.
Oh.
It's basically a
Oh,
horse.
okay. All right.
So, neither of you move. The rope goes taut, and neither of you move.
I'll just stand there holding it. It's fine. My little lance on a leash.
My apologies. I believe we were talking. I direct this at the dragon.
Will it drink?
Yes, that was before he tried to smite me.
Yeah, but he missed. Twice. Not much of a paladin, is he? Listen to the lady, my dear. She's. I'm gonna go sleep
He
now.
ain't going anywhere now.
We're here investigating what's going on. We ran into some unicorns that attacked us out of nowhere.
My new disciples.
I see.
Have you come to join my fabulous new empire?
I hadn't really planned on it. If you're behind this, then perhaps we are here to fight after all. Unless you would kindly stop stealing all the colors. How am I supposed to be a bard if I can't even attract attention with vibrant colors?
But don't you see? And as you look back at your cart, you can see the colours returning, but now they're glittery and sparkly, and they've got these dark outlines again. I'm
This
making
is
the
not
world better.
sustainable. I like to make the world a better place myself. Through beauty, but sustainable beauty. Without an influx of magic constantly, this will not stand.
We have an abundance of magic.
Do we? Where's it coming from?
The rainbow.
And is this new?
Is the rainbow new?
Yeah.
The rainbow's always been there.
And the magic?
The gnomes hide it away.
Not protect it?
Protect it from what?
Well, I gesture to everywhere around here.
You don't like my new world, then?
Not
Well,
many
it's
people
okay
do.
with me. I kind of, it's kind of deserty. I enjoy that, but it seems the vast majority are in disagreement with me, so maybe we can kind of come to some, mutual agreement.
It's
Can I make another attempt to escape the grapple?
Yeah, sure. I'd say
Yeah,
with the
so
conversation,
everyone
we've
lands
sort
on
of
a lead.
exited combat, so yeah, you can
I'm
do.
just sitting there in the saddle with like one hand on my hip, one hand on my
Because it
lead.
seems to me that someone's not paying attention to the fact that they have their lasso around me.
Well, a lady can multitask. We're very talented.
A 20 versus a 21. You still go nowhere. The pair of you.
This is not over, dragon. This is merely an inconvenience to your own death.
Listen, it's this simple. You want to create a new kingdom. You're harming a lot of people with what you're doing now. Is there some sort of compromise we can come to or not? You want a new kingdom? Can you do it far away from here that doesn't hurt people? Can you do it in a way that's not hurting people? Taking magic, making it stronger? Ugh, you have no idea what you're doing, young one.
How old does this dragon look?
I don't know, but it's got a great laugh.
I'm just
And it's
rattled.
fabulous looking.
It's definitely adult.
Scale color?
Sorry. Prismatic.
Scale Right. A Skittles dragon.
I do not see the problem. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm improving them.
That's not the way they see it.
I told you that dragons are no good. Come, friends, let us slay this foe now. I'm going to make a persuasion check.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
I'm listening.
So it's 17. So I guess the question is to the players: is a persuasion check required? Do you want to beat it?
Well, the way Wuzzer's thinking about it, because he does have a secret, and that secret will probably soon be revealed. He's tried to compromise with it. Freshwater's made an argument. His intelligence is only 11, so as far as he's concerned, he's running out of options. The peaceful options are expiring.
So you're more likely to go with Lance?
He's running out of, he's not being a overzealous lawful idiot like Lance, but he knows like I just said, he's running out of options. Unless Freshwater can do something miraculous, he may not have a choice.
Okay, give me so if those of you who are in the same sort of position as Wazza, give me a wisdom save.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Waza is in the same position as Waza, yes.
23.
So the choice is still yours. Your decision is not influenced by Lance. However, Samsara, you are compelled to let go of the lasso.
I am. I'll let him go. I'll let him go. I'm just of the mindset that I don't want to end up dead, whichever way. So if he's got a good plan to take over the world, that's fine by me. If he got a good plan to kill this dragon, that's fine by me. I'm not really the talking, charm your pants off sort. So as long as I'm not dead at the end of the day.
Well, I'm going to try counter charm again because it seemed to work with the unicorns for whatever that's worth. So let's see. Yeah. So I pull out my lute and I just start playing, and I say, "We came here to resolve a problem, and you can help us with that, or you can be the problem."
And is that like a persuasion check or something? How does this work with the spell?
I mean, no. The counter charm says that. I'll just copy paste it here. Counter charm. So
Okay.
basically, it would, if the dragon is under a mind affecting effect and it considers me friendly, it could make a saving throw with advantage to throw it off. But that's a lot of ifs. I am trying to persuade it, though, to listen to us that it's causing more harm than good, and that it should help us to resolve that issue instead of proving itself to be the problem.
So I would say the dragon's in the same position also as Wazza, in that he doesn't know whether to attack you guys or not. So I'll tell you what, we'll go back to the attack order from earlier, but we'll start with Lance.
Sure.
Excellent. All right. That is it, foul dragon. You shall now perish.
Okay.
And I use a first level spell slot here. See if this does any good.
That is a hit.
Excellent. Wait a second. I clicked on damage, but it showed up the same thing.
So in the text box, if you go over and click on the word First Design Smite, it should come up with damage there.
Yeah.
In the actual, not where on your character sheet, on the actual.
Oh.
On the.
In this little box.
Yes.
Got it.
There you go.
So there was the first one, and there was the second one.
So. You do indeed damage the creature as you swipe, I guess, at its. I guess you're swiping at whatever you can reach, so I guess it'd be like its talons.
Yep. Sure. Anything.
Chip some scales off of its claw, and it sort of goes back for a second and then just. Okay. And it's Samsara's turn.
Welp.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my. We're attacking the dragon. Oh, we're all going. Okay, we're all in agreement then. That's fine. We're probably gonna die. I'm gonna pull out my longbow and launch a couple arrows at it.
That just falls away from its natural armor.
Oh my god.
Hits the scales and just turns away.
Okay, let's do one more.
That finds a chink.
Okay, there we go. I'll take it. He's a tough one.
He is. He is indeed very tough.
Yeah, that's gonna end my turn.
So, and as you've done this, the dragon. The dragon attacks you with its tail. Does a 19 hit you?
That's a hit. Yeah, that's it.
Doing 18 bludgeoning damage.
Woo.
And then we carry on in the turn order, so it's Kelsa's turn, unless you have any extra actions, Samsara. Freshwater.
The first thing I'm gonna do, I still have my lute out because I've been playing, but I'm going to change my song just slightly in order to inspire Waza. It turns into your favorite drinking tune that you've been humming on our trip over here, as just a small burst of inspiration. It's a very particularly lewd tune, if you know the words, but I'm just hoping that the melody will put a small smile on your face as you think about where that comes from. And then I guess that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help. I don't trust what's going on. I'm gonna cast True Seeing on myself.
Okay.
Giving myself true sight.
So, giving yourself true sight, suddenly...
I also can notice hidden doors, hidden by magic, and see into the ethereal plane.
Fantastic. So, first of all, thank you, Katie Face, for that bit donation, granting her boss Lance 2 nat 20s because his squire called in sick today. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Now, as soon as you cast true vision on your true sight on yourself, suddenly all of the bright sparkling colors fade away, and you can see things in a much... It's like the difference between speaking celestial and primordial. All of a sudden, you can see things in a much rawer form. Everything is sort of black and white and different shades. Underneath the ground, underneath the colors, everything looks reasonably normal, but wilting slightly. The rainbow is just this arc of energy. It's all the colors of the rainbow at one. It is just pure light magic, and there is a thin stream going into the dragon. Every now and again it pulses towards the dragon.
Interesting. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I could determine a way to sever that connection? Like, if I would need a special, like, magic or something?
Yeah, why not?
23? I've rolled a surprising amount of 23s today.
You have. It's a strong prime number.
Yeah.
So on a 23, you will realize that the dragon is taking extra power from the rainbow. More power than it would normally have.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna let them know. Whatever it's doing, it's stealing power from the rainbow. It's more powerful than it should be. Be careful.
Any other actions?
I'm pretty sure I'm out of actions now.
Okay. So, suddenly the dragon turns and looks at you all and snarls with like a rainbow-coloured fire rising in its throat. And I would like each of you to make me a wisdom save versus a DC of 19.
E-
24.
We suck.
That's a 20 for me with my aura of protection.
That's
Oof.
true. Anyone standing within that as well would also get aura protection from...
Within 10 feet of me.
Lance.
29 then.
Yeah. So Wazza also in melee range gets it. I don't think it would have helped the other two of you anyway. As you are indeed frightened unless you have any immunities.
I'm immune to frightening. So is anyone within 10 feet of me.
So Wazza, not only did you roll well and you've got a bonus, you're also not afraid due to your paladin companion. However, Freshwater and Samsara, you are frightened. You are under the effects of the frightened condition.
Welp.
Next up, it goes to bite. Lance.
How dare you, you foul creature!
16.
Nope.
Swipes with its claw.
Ooh.
A 22. 22 damage there from the crit claw attack, and then one last claw attack on a 17.
Nope.
Nope. Low rolls from the dragon. Wazza, you are up.
So, just a quick question for Freshwater. What sort of bard are you, and what is the bardic inspiration dice for this level, please?
Thank you. I am a lore bard, which means that I can do cutting words against the thing. And I have, I believe it's a D10. Hold on. It's right here. It's a D12. Wow. Sweet.
Okay, so hearing the favorite tune, singing a song, was quickly going to sigh, still lying out on the ground. He says, I know 3 secrets. And the third one sucks. The third secret is I can't actually get drunk. I throw my bottle to the side, then I kip up to my feet. Drunken masters, we can get up to our feet with 5 feet of movements, and then just clear, sober as day, remembering all the pain of his previous adventures. I'm going to elbow this dragon with a clunk for my first strike. I will use that D10. Nope, that's going to be a miss, I would imagine. All right, then for my second attack, I will whack it right round the face and crit it as I regain my bearings. For only 11 points of bludgeoning damage, though. And I just decide, just for my, let's see, yep, let's do a flurry. I decide to put a donk on it for AC 13, but I miss. And then this can't drag on, so I'll uppercut it for 13, and I'm just completely off-centered and kilted. and I'm just like, I just stop and I just look around. I'm like, not used to fighting sober again.
The dragon notices your one punch, but for the rest of it, it's noticed you. It turns its head towards you slightly.
And what I'd like to do is, I'll stay toe to toe with the paladin. I'll stay within the paladin's aura for obvious reasons.
Does a 28 hit you, Ozza?
Oh yes, of course.
Please take 18 damage from the tail that whips around as you make your attack flurry.
That's fine. Hold on. Just give me one tick, because I forgot to. 13 was that? 18.
18.
Thank you very much. That puts me.
Oh, hang on. No. 2 of that is crit damage because of the crit there. 16, sorry.
How did he have advantage against me?
It didn't. That's
he
why
didn't.
it was only 16.
My bad. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, so just 16 damage there.
Cool.
And then it goes on to Lance's turn.
I hold up my Holy Avenger. This is a sacred weapon used to slay you evil dragon.
That's a hit.
There's 1. There's 2.
That's a hit too.
There's total damage for you.
Thank you very much. So the dragon, you are going to do some sort of small damage to it. Perhaps you remove a talon or a section, or maybe pierce its foot.
That is right, foul creature. You are now standing against Lance Lafame, the mighty, the somewhat famous, and rather well-groomed paladin.
Keep hitting the wrong one. 16 doesn't hit you. It swishes at you with a tail, and it misses. But you Damn it. Ignores your words, though. Samsara.
Yes. Looking at what I can do. No, I'm still terrified. So we're just gonna have to keep going with the longbow for right now. And hopefully we can
You can make a save at the beginning or end of each turn.
Oh, yep. Wisdom save. Wisdom save, correct?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you can make a save. So
Okay, gotcha.
you'd miss this one, but there's a chance you'll get you on.
Yeah, of course. And then disadvantage. Nope. And nope. Whoa, those are really similar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a disadvantage, but that's fine. 17? Have I mustered my courage?
No, DC is 19, unfortunately. Unless anyone can give you advantage. I don't think they can.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody can. Well, I'm still stuck here. That's a big old boss. Yep, that's gonna end my turn.
I think you can still attack a frightened creature, but you have disadvantage on attacks, I believe. It says you just have to run away from it.
Yeah, a frightened creature has disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls,
And I
while
can't
the
move
source
towards
of
it.
its fear is within line of sight, and you may not willingly move closer to it.
Yep.
So you could still make a attack, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh yeah, so you did. Sorry, I thought they were your wisdom saves. I thought they were your wisdom saves. My bad.
Yeah, no.
I did wonder why there was 3. I was like, oh yeah, okay, fine, we'll roll this.
No, those are 2 attacks.
So we come back to the top of the round with freshwater.
Yeah. Whoa. And a dog. Sorry. That was my lady getting home for lunch.
Lance really did get the dragon with that.
Just so excited. Okay. I am going to throw some bardic inspiration at Samsara as well. And I will go ahead and shoot with my bow, since that seems to be where we're at right now. I'm not getting any closer, but I'm not getting any farther away. Short bow with disadvantage, 19.
That hits.
7 damage. That's not very much. It's very piddly.
No, just sort of lands on the dragon, a soft part of skin, perhaps.
Perhaps. That's it.
So, the dragon looks at Wazza and Lance. As you two are the only two within its 60-foot cone. And it's going to use its fire breath.
Fantastic.
I need a dex save, please, at DC 21.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use Diamond Soul again to spend the key point and re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
And you add 5 to my 18 there.
So you both take half damage. Very nice.
I don't. I have evasion. It completely misses me.
So then Lance just takes 30 damage from the sudden fire breath. And it's just... You cannot beat me. You must join me. One way or another.
Foul creature, I command you now to flee, or you shall die the death of 1,000 demons.
Just hit him.
It's your turn, was it?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit him, and I'm just gonna look at him and says, "All right, pal, You're going to smack with that tail of yours, try to flame me? Well, I've got a tail for you. And I try to chop him across the ankles.
Yep. Yeah. That hits.
For 8 bludgeoning damage. And then I shall, I was like, right. I will once again follow up to try and whack him for AC of 20.
Oh, yes. Yep.
For 7 bludgeoning damage. And I will obviously spend a key point for another flurry of blows, and I'm going to smack this censored up with a slap across the face for a 25.
Yeah.
As he takes another 6 bludgeoning damage, and then just for the lulz, I am going to put a donk on it once again for 19.
19 just hits. Yeah, just slips in.
Okay. And that will be for 10 bludgeoning damage. And I will expend 1 more key point for that final strike. Can I have a Constitution saving throw DC, let's see, 8 plus proficiency. Is it Dex for monks or is it the Wisdom stat? I believe it's Wisdom stat. So can I have a Constitution saving throw DC 1, 2, sorry, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 2, 3, 4, 5. DC 15, please. For a stunning strike. Oh, easy.
Yeah, just.
I just thought I'd try it for the lulz.
Yeah, no, you do significant amount of damage. In fact, your repeated blows on its soft skin is beginning to limp on that leg now. It's trying to keep that leg away from you.
Oh, unbeatable, are you?
It just swats you with its tail.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
20 bludgeoning damage there.
No worries.
How is Wazza looking at the minute?
Good.
Good?
Because I've got a con of 20.
Oh, okay. So then next up in our attack order is Lance once more.
Aha! I shall smite thee! And I'm going to blow a 3rd level spell slot. Divine Smite action here.
Oof.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to use one of my nat 20s on this second roll.
Ooh.
Not necessary, but there you go. Okay, so this is going to... We're going to have to, what, double damage?
Yeah, just if you just roll the damage and then we'll just roll the dice again. So give me another D8 and another 2D8.
Okay, that's what? Roll slash...
Slash R space.
Oh, slash R.
2D8. I'll put it in comments. No need, you've got it. So that makes that 14, 22. The dragon's starting to look severely hurt. As such, it attacks you. Damn it! I click on the wrong one every time. For 19 bludgeoning damage.
19?
19.
All right.
And Lance is still looking pretty strong.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He's not bad.
Nope, not at all.
Just a scratch. Literally.
So then I guess that takes it to Samsara's turn, unless you have anything else to add, Lance?
No, I'm good.
All right,
Just got to do math.
Gotta do something to this guy. I don't really have any cool spells that'll damage it, unfortunately. And I can't get closer. It's gotta be the bow, the trusty old bow. Come on, don't fail me now. Nope, that's definitely not gonna hit. That's definitely not gonna hit either.
No, sorry.
I'm so incompetent. Oh wait,
We're saving you.
it was. Yeah, it was a disadvantage too. That's yeah, yep. Wisdom saving.
Oh, I forgot to make the wisdom save, but then
Maybe.
my turn.
Oh shoot.
22 is going to be good.
Yeah, you snap out of your frightened state.
Yes.
Freshwater, if you forgot at the end of your last turn, do you want to make one now?
Yes. 5 is not good enough.
Afraid not. So you can start your turn at the end of Samsara's turn in the same state you were, frightened.
Great. I love being frightened. Wait, no, I don't. Is it, do saving throws count as, do they count as ability checks or no? No, I don't think they do. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Waza, you already used the bardic inspiration I gave you earlier. Would you like another?
Please.
All right. Rowdy drinking songs. Take a few, strum a few notes of that. Swing the lute around back on its little strap. Take a shot with my bow. Put that down. Swing the lute back and continue the song without missing a beat. 25 actually.
Oh, yes, that hits.
I thought it would. 7 damage again.
And as you strike it, it makes a wing attack. Could everyone please make me a dexterity DC 22 saving throw or be knocked prone and take some damage?
Oh, only a 16.
Evasion.
25.
So...
Oh, sorry, 34.
25 passes. You two are not within 10 feet, actually, Samsara and Freshwater, so you needn't worry about any damage. But
Sweet.
the dragon does fly upwards. It flies up.
Wisdom save still didn't pass.
It flies 40 feet into the air.
I can still hit that with a bow.
Fine.
From the
Oh, that might
air,
be less useful.
it flourishes its wings and stares down at all of you with a roar. And could you ease... Those of you who are not within the presence of the paladin who is immune to fright, please make a DC 19 wisdom saving throw. Unless you're already frightened, Freshwater, in which case Samsara.
Oof.
So Samsara is
Of course.
frightened once more.
Wait. It says if the effect ends for it, the creature is immune to the dragon's frightful presence for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
So since she threw it off before, she shouldn't be frightened by it again now.
No, that's true. So,
That's true. That is so true. Ha! Thank you for pointing that out.
It's all right. It's okay. I'm just over here cowering. Don't mind me.
So that brings us to Waz's turn.
Any vertical surfaces I can run up?
There's a tree, but it's not 40 foot high.
Come here, little fellow. I'll throw you.
Okay.
I mean, you two follow each other in turn order, so if you want to combine things and try and come up with something, I mean...
Yeah, frig it. Let's do this for the lols. I will go over to the paladin and I will hold... I
could reverse gravity for you if that would help.
Yeah, but Wazza doesn't know you can do that, so
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna make game it. So what I'm gonna do is I will hold my attack action to see if the paladin, because I'm only a halfling and I'm only 40 pounds, so it may be possible. I want to see.
I have an 18 strength. I'm very strong.
Let's see if the old critical roll with the fastball special. Let's see if he can get me up there. So I'll use my movement to get over there, get a bit of a jump, and I will hold my attack action to get a punch in. My goal is to see if I can try and land on the thing.
When you arrive, hang on!
So I guess we'll have an athletics check from both of you. Combined athletics.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. For the record, and I will be using my bardic inspiration on this.
I've written down a DC that you two have to beat. You're not beating it yet, perhaps with your bardic inspiration.
It's a D12.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I rolled the wrong dice before. I rolled a D10.
Yeah, I
Roll
realized
one.
that after the fact, so I thought I'd remind you.
21.
Just takes you over the edge. You can get within striking distance of the dragon some fucking how.
All right. So if I could do a little bit of a descriptor here, if that's okay, Scrap.
Go for it.
So basically, what's going to happen is I can imagine the you got do you have a shield? Lance, do you have a shield? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So what
Yes.
I'm picturing is he posters me, and then like a Sonic the Hedgehog spring, he just boosts me right up to the dragon. And what I'm going to do is, with all of my strength, I am going to position myself into a very famous Street Fighter uppercut, but to avoid copyright infringement, I'm going to call it the "Are You Ken" for a 17.
17 does not hit.
And I completely whiff. Will it just be the one attack, or can I get something back on the way down?
You're a monk. You do weird shits in the air. Why don't you try it? If you've got key points, you can use them.
Okie dokie. All right then.
I'm now seeing this like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where like they're on the string suddenly and like.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to miss with the uppercut. So on the way back down, I'm going to try and spin kick him on the way back down with a whirly whirl for 22.
That does hit.
He takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And your call, Scrap, flurry, yes or no?
Why not? This is Crouching Tiger right now. Go for it.
All right then.
We've gone down this path. We might as well carry on.
You do that cool thing where you do the whirly whirl skin, where you we actually spin kick all the way over the dragon, and then you get to do the flurry on the other side on your way back down.
Yeah, all right then. Why not? Let's say, if we're going full Street Fighter, let's do it full Street Fighter. I'm going to keep on whirly whirling, so I'm doing Ryu and Ken's hurricane
Yeah,
kick.
so your legs going around like a helicopter now, keeping you afloat. Yeah. Got it.
29
That's a hit. That's a hit.
for 9, followed by the last whirly whirl for 22 for 10 points of whirly whirl bludgeoning damage.
Strong attacks.
And if I'm falling back down to the floor, I will use slow fall to negate it.
Indeed. And you can slow fall your way to the ground and land softly, just like the movies we all know and love.
And I'll just take a...
Yeah, you weren't that high, so you can 40 feet. That's what 4 times D10. Actually, no. Sorry, let's do it. So usually that would be 4D10. I'll let you roll it.
4d10. It's got to beat 5 times my monk level. So
It's possible to roll higher than 4 times 16 on 4d10.
Okay.
Possible.
Yep. No. Cool. No, I agree. So roll 4d10. Nope.
Oh, not even close. Wow.
Nope. So yeah, I'll just land back down. I'll just pull a drink out. That's the good stuff.
So Wazza and Lance, you combined your goes to do something extra. If you have a bonus action, Lance, Wazza had a lot of time in the air if you wanted to do anything. Lance?
No, I'm good.
So then we come to Samsara.
All right, we're gonna take this beast down. No, I still wanna. Let's keep going with the bow. Let's keep going. I don't want to get too close to him. Ooh, 26. I think that's a hit.
That hits, yeah.
All right, not too much, but it'll do. It'll do. That doesn't hit, I don't think.
20 does. 20 does.
Oh, 20 does. Oh, okay. Wonderful.
So as your 2 arrows fly through the air, the dragon is recoiling from the monk's barrage and sort of like brings its wings around itself to try and bat it away, perhaps just get rid of it. And as it does so, your 2 arrows just pierce the wings, and there is a shriek as the dragon falls in a heap onto the ground. It is not dead, but it's grounded.
It's perfect. Take advantage. This is the chance.
Finish him.
Freshwater, it's your turn.
Well,
You still have true sight, right?
I do.
You see the pulsing from the rainbow to the dragon getting faster.
Can I try to put an arrow through that pulsing thing?
Sure.
Okay, let's try this. 23?
The 23 hits, but the arrow passes straight through without affecting the stream.
Well, that was great. I'm very frustrated. How's everybody health-wise, by the way? Does anyone look like they... Does anyone look like Freshwater did after the last fight?
Nope.
Okay. Great. Well, literally all of my spells except Healing Word require an action to use, and I don't have multiple attacks.
Would you like to make an insight check?
Yes, I would. That would be great. 14 is not great.
No.
Why do I roll so low on this? I got +10. This is dumb.
Would anyone else like to make an insight check as we're back at the top of the round?
Sure.
That reminds me, I better make my saving throw. I better fail my saving throw. Wait, what?
You are no longer frightened of the dead dragon. Well, the dying dragon. Wazza, you realised that the unicorns were trying to help. They gave you a gift.
Oh, the Black Void thing.
Black Void thing.
The thing that went into the Holy Avenger sword?
Oh, the ball, right.
It's weird as it sounds, I think those unicorns were trying to help us out.
That's the least they can do in repentance. But first, we must slay the dragon.
No, something's not right here. Look at it. It's wrecked beyond belief. No, something else. Has anybody seen anything else?
Yes. Behind it, there's something. Magic is feeding it directly from the rainbow. Lance, if you can just... I don't think you can see it. Damn it.
Can I attack the dragon?
Yeah, sure you can.
He's determined.
The dragon. Now you meet your end, you foul lizard.
Give me an attack roll. On a 28, a 28 does hit. And you do further damage to the dragon.
Okay.
Which
And here, go ahead.
does not
Sorry?
it does not react to this damage.
Okay. One more.
Still no reaction, and you feel as though that attack was harder to make than before.
Surprisingly insightful.
Yeah, on a 12, you realise the dragon is changing. Its scales are slipping away.
There! Now that is what a dead dragon looks like. Come, let us return to the inn and drink ale and tell stories, as well as share grooming tips.
Oh, it's not over, you moron. Look!
The dragon stands, now partly skeletal in form in places, with broken wings.
I facepalm and take a swig of drink.
Finally, something that I can do something about. What? Whose turn is it?
Should we go back into turn order? We just did Kelsa, we've just had an attack there. Would anyone else like to do anything before we go back into turn order? So Lance attacked the dragon, Freshwater was talking about the thing, Wazza was helping us try and determine what the unicorns are going on about. Samsara, is there anything that you'd like to do or anything that your character's feeling at the moment?
I mean, I'm more interested in the rainbow source than the dragon at this point, because this is just a sad little sight, although it seems like he's morphing into something undeadish. I don't rainbow undead, I don't know. Is there anything interesting I can perceive?
On a 25, you can you can see through all of the weird colours and everything this focal point of energy linking the rainbow to the dragon.
I'm gonna point it out. That right there. That's what we need to go for.
That's what I've been trying to say.
Well, why didn't you say it louder? We're fighting a dragon. Things get busy.
I was scared, okay?
So was I.
Fighting a dragon.
It's not your fault.
So we'll go back into turn order, starting at the top of the round with Kelsa.
All right. So my new plan, because I knew this is what we need to disrupt here, and my non-magical arrows are not going to help, and I don't think that my, even though my quarterstaff is magical, it doesn't deal magical damage. What I'm going to do is I want to, I don't know if I can get over there in one turn, but basically I want to put myself, like, between the rainbow and the dragon, like, in the line of this magic thing, and then cast, there's two different spells that I think might sever the connection. Can I roll, like, an insight or arcana to see if either one of them would actually work?
Yeah, sure. So, insight for gut feel, arcana for calculated decision.
I think it's probably gut feel. I know a lot of stuff, but I'm going to trust my heart.
Okay.
I got a 28.
28. What are the two spells you're considering?
I've got Counterspell and Anti-Life Shell, which will extend a 10-foot radius bubble that repels undead around me. I'm hoping that maybe it will interrupt the life force that's flowing into this undead creature.
So your gut is telling you to do the life shell.
Okay. Great. That sounds right to me then. So can I get over there and actually cast it right now?
Your gut, well, on a 28, your gut is also telling you to do it nearer the source.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say is, can I get to that source?
Oh, yeah. You can make your way over there.
I'm not sure if I can make my way over there and cast in the same round, is what I'm saying.
Okay. What's the range on the spell?
It's personal. It's a 10 feet around me.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So, you were what, 60 feet away when you were frightened?
That sounds right. So it's going to take me a full round action to get there, and next round I can do something about it.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna go like this and gesture to where I can clearly, with my true sight, see this connection. Maybe someone else can do something about it until next round when I can cast a spell.
Okay. So the dragon, makes a spell attack against Wazza. I'm just going to copy paste because this one isn't in the compendium. So its ranged attack would be, this is the only problem with using one that's not in the compendium.
Alrighty then.
Do you have any idea what level spell that is?
It's ability. Oh no, wait, no, it is a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a magical attack. I would say at them stats, it's probably a level 5.
I wanted to try to counterspell that.
Okay.
So let's see here. Da, 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 da. I need to make a DC 10 plus the spell's level check. Ability check using my spellcasting ability. Because I don't have a 5th level spell slot to just negate it. Or a 6th level spell slot to just negate it. So 1d20 plus. Now this is an ability check, which means I can, if it rolls low, I can use my own bardic inspiration on myself. So let's see, plus 5. I don't get a proficiency bonus on this, do I?
No, just your charisma.
Okay. Well, that's still plus 5. That's not bad. 9. Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll a d12, and with my peerless skill, spend one of my bardic inspiration charges to add. Oh, still not good enough. Ouch.
Unlucky, don't worry. Okay, con save time. I've got Diamond Soul just in case.
I think this is wisdom. I'm not sure. I'm going to go wisdom. I'm going to say it's spellcasting ability. That's not how you roll when you're on a wiki. Stupid boy. Just clicking on the thing like, do that.
Target. So what save I'm making? It saves here in the text. It says save in the text box con.
20 plus 16, 36. Con save, yep.
A 36 con save.
No, sorry, DC
24.
24, that's it.
No, wait, I thought you make a ranged spell attack at a roll a d20 plus 16.
Ah, that
And
would
then
be...
they have
okay,
to
okay,
make
okay.
a DC 24 con save.
So it's a 33 to hit, and then you make a DC 24 con save.
Yeah.
Right. Okie dokie, that's absolutely fine. So DC 24.
Well, and if you're still standing within 10 feet of me, you have aura protection, which is adding a plus 5 to your saving throw.
Okay, cool. So it's a D20 plus 11 from my con, plus 5 from the pally. So plus 16. 25. Suck it, nerd. So
Yeah.
30.
So yeah, you survive. You make the check. So you are not paralyzed, but you do take 3d6 plus 10 damage.
Sure. $23.
But that means it doesn't get to gain those as hit points back. So that's nice.
Cool.
You will join me one way or another.
Okay. Is it my turn next?
It is.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the bird at him, and what I am going to do is I see fresh water pointing out this spot, right? So I am going to go over to this spot. I think I've got enough movement, and I'm going to try with a biting like headbutt. I'm going to try and hit the thing by tasting the rainbow with a crit.
Okay, so I've sort of been seeing this thing where the rainbow hits the floor. There's like a bright light, so you're just headbutting that bright light.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
What sort of damage are you using?
I am magical.
Yeah, sod it. Why not? Yeah, roll me some damage.
It's a crit. 13 headbutting bludgeoning damage.
And then make me a con save.
Okie dokie. 27.
You take 3 damage from headbutting the floor. Just a quarter. You do damage to the thing though. The light wavers for a second.
Okay then. So if I do actually do damage to it, I just like Okay, that worked, but that wasn't smart either. All right then. So I am going to smack this bleep up for 25.
That'll hit, yeah.
13 magical bludgeoning damage.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. I'm going to put my staff to the floor and do a spin kick off it as I'm going to go all Rambo on this thing for 24.
Yeah, yeah.
For 9 bludgeoning damage. And here comes the flurry for the final one. I'm going to use, for inspiration, Wazza's favorite drink, a pint of monkey nuts, spinning slap for 23.
Yep, that'll hit as well.
And for 10 bludgeoning damage as I just lay into the rainbow.
So Samsara and Freshwater, who can both see this thing, Samsara on the edge of their vision and Freshwater clearly, you can see every time this magical energy goes into this thing, it sort of pulses. It's doing something.
Is that a good something or a bad something? Can I try to figure that out?
Insight or Arcana.
Insight.
On a 19, that is a bad thing
Mm.
for the dragon.
Okay. Got it.
Clarification. Lance!
Dragon, I shall end you. All right, swinging a hit. See how we go.
Yeah, sure. That'll hit.
And that's a Holy Avenger on an undead.
It is
Ow.
indeed. So your damage is significant. It recoils back from your blade.
I can, do you want me to roll an additional die 8s for the undead part?
Yeah, go for it. I was just gonna double, but we can roll dice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever you
just
want to do, man.
double it. That'll be fine.
Yep, okay.
So then, Samsara, it's your turn.
Okay, so does it look okay? Because I'm not exactly sure that my arrows are gonna pierce this light source unless there's something within the light source that's creating it. Maybe a pot of gold. Who knows? Would shooting at this light would okay. So I've got Hordebringer, and it's an extra attack on a nearby creature, but I don't think it would be considered a creature unless you want to let it slide.
I mean, yeah, why not? I can if you want. It's late in the day.
Okay, all right, we're gonna shoot it. We're gonna shoot the dragon first twice, then we'll go for my third attack against the rainbow guy.
Okay,
Well.
so all 3 of those hit.
Okay, perfect.
Except your longbow only does piercing damage, so the rainbow, it has no effect.
Well, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. That's I can't count. 13.
Oh, sorry, I'd already done it, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Just trying to do math slowly.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I don't really have any spells that'll do anything for it. They're all actions. No, that's gonna have to. That's all that I can do.
Okay, so that'll bring us back to the top of the round with Kelsa.
I'll move up with the short sword.
All right, we're gonna cast a anti-life shell. Right here. So I'm standing literally right between the rainbow and the lich. If the energy is not going directly through me, because maybe it's dangerous, it's right next to me. So definitely being pushed out by this anti-life shell. Or getting caught within it.
So the beam of light pulses wildly, frantically, and you see the pulses this time going into the rainbow, into the thing, and it just sort of flickers for a moment, and then moves entirely to another plane. The dragon crumbles in a pile of bones, old and decayed. And Lance's Holy Avenger crumbles too.
Aha! Dragon! I told you that I would be the end of you! Now! Well, the squire will have another. Come, let us drink.
There's a little more herring than I expected. There'll be tales to sing of this day, I think.
Don't worry about a drink. I'm already sorted. And I go back
You
to
ain't
acting
gonna
drunk.
share it with the rest of us?
Let us tell that vertically challenged fellow that his home is safe. He may once again return and exploit people for gold.
Freshwater appears with like two bottles of nicely chilled white wine that had been in a compartment under the floor of her cart that she just kind of went over to and opened up and just pulled them out. She's like, let's get started.
And I will open my robes to reveal sort of like a whole roll of sort of like alcohol flasks. And I will, and I will, and I will share one with Sam Sarah. You know what they say? I'll look at the pile of the Holy Avenger on the
Strongest
floor.
whiskey you got. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I look at the Holy Avenger in piles on the floor. Ashes to ashes, dust to dusk. You buy a cheap Avenger, you really are.
Sweep up the Holy Avenger ash into a pot, into a little bottle, and I keep it for later.
This white wine is quite lovely. I enjoy its bouquet. Tell me, what is your favorite grooming product?
I'm rather partial to lavender soap. It's got that nice fragrance, very relaxing.
I haven't.
Ah,
tried
yes.
it.
I enjoy that in a bath, along with bubbles.
Indeed.
Me?
Tell me, have you ever heard of Amway?
Is that a country southeast of the desert?
I would like to talk to you about grooming products.
Personally, I'm parchment to Oriel law because I'm worth it.
I think we pack up. I get Marjorie re-hitched up to my wagon and pack up to head back to talk to our friend.
Our leprechaun friend.
So you might be dismayed as you begin your travels to see that everything begins going grayer and grayer and grayer. The outlines remove from everything. The vibrant colours reduce until they almost seem dull in comparison to where they were. In fact, they do seem dull. It is dull. Everything is extremely grey. And then you'll begin to feel the first drops of rain. And you realise it's grey because today's a grey day. And rain begins to fall.
Well, after all that rainbow sunshine, I don't suppose a bit of rain's too bad.
I'm only happy when it rains. Sorry.
The raindrops keep falling on my head. And I'm in the back of the car out of it.
Patrick McCready is not where you left him. Sitting on the little rock, which was the arranged meeting place, there is simply a little shamrock on the stone and a small bag of gold underneath.
I don't know. I was expecting anything else.
Aha! That little fellow has disappeared, and he has left this trinket in a lovely shade of green.
Oh, the more you know.
We get the gold.
Great. We're gonna split that gold up 3 ways.
Is Lance more taken by the trinket?
Yes. It would match a fabulous doublet that I own.
So
You can have it, Lance. Pat, pat.
this trinket is actually a magical item, and it lets you use the lucky feet once per day.
Nice.
Aha! Now, where is that squire?
And I guess that's where we wrap up.
Da, 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 da.
So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's not often I get to bust out dragons and dracoliches and stuff and actually have a fair fight of it. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was great.
Yeah.
That's the highest level I've ever played at.
Ooh. Taking that.
I think this is the first time I've actually. I think this is actually with Pagan I did actually hit things, but I think for the most part it's been a while since I actually swung a sword in anger in one of your games.
That's true, actually. Yeah. We broke him, guys. Slowly, over time. So, let's go round again, see how you guys enjoyed it. Let us know where you are online. We went in camera order last time, so some will go in reverse camera order, and no one disconnected, so you're still in the same order. So this time we'll start with Adelaide.
Hi, yeah, I'm Adelaide. You can find me on Twitch at AdelaideGG or Twitter. My name is here, Adelaide. Like, oh hey. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. This is my third time playing. Always enjoy it. This is my first time playing a ranger. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. It's not my favorite class so far, but it was pretty fun. So high level 16 is way overpowered. So it was a very entertaining playing with you guys.
So Rom asks in chat, how is level 3 versus level 16?
Hell's level 3 versus level 16.
So what's the difference? How does it feel different?
I mean, it's well, I played at level 13. We have my main character, my main campaign. We have a villain one shot kind of fun time once in a while, and we play at level 13 and 14. I play a warlock, which is ridiculously fun. So lots and lots of spells to choose between. And I like higher. Once you get past like 5 or 6, it's all smooth sailing.
Things start getting silly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next up we have Kelsa.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube /Kelsa Delphi, and on Twitter it's just at Kelsa. I stream role-playing games on the internet, both on my own channel and on other people's, like guesting here with Scrat. I also have a show on Tuesday evenings and every other Thursday evenings on my own channel. This Tuesday, today, my show is not going to be going up because I have other arrangements. But this Thursday, we're going back to Band of Blades, which is a hack of Blades in the Dark. If you've never heard of that, check it out. It's an amazing system. And we are an entire legion facing off against an undead army. We're just trying to trek our way back home before we're completely overrun by undead, and we might die. We face certain death every single day or session, and our GM Strash, he is also the author of the game and is very great at providing evocative descriptions of horrifying undead, and I love it. And on Mondays, yesterday, I'm over on AP Gaming Reels channel for Cancol, which is a anime themed RPG where we are ship girls. It's very silly, but also surprisingly heartwarming and strategic. All of those things at the same time. That's my current projects. If you want to know more, follow me on Twitter.
Twitter is the place to be. And like I said at the start of the stream, if any of you guys out there are fans of D&D and love the D&D community and you're not on Twitter, stop kidding yourself. Get on Twitter. It's the place to be. There's a huge D&D community on Twitter and it's great. Next up then is our good friend Mark Capricorn Cross.
Hello. Right, thanks for having me back on. It was nice to have an old-fashioned slug out. The one thing, if I will quickly say about playing at level 16, the one thing I'm learning from my homebrew campaign as they're getting up to that level is whatever the CR is or whatever the HP attack power of the monsters in the book is, bump it. just bump it because things are starting to get ridiculous. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for having me on, Scrat, to my fellow players. That was an absolute blast. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all at Capricorn Cross, one word. On my Twitch channel, I stream role-playing content, whether it be video games or D&D. I have my own D&D show called The Chronicles of Cascardus, a character and story-focused game using 5e. That's not on this week, but generally it's on a bi-weekly basis, so keep an eye on my Twitter for that. Tomorrow I'm going to be performing my task for encounterroleplay.com as a writer of adventure hooks, so join me tomorrow from 3 p.m. British time for write hooks as I write my adventure hook for ERP. And also I've got some prep sessions coming up as well, where also using the Blades in the Dark system, I am going to take my homebrew world of Salem, where the Chronicles of Cascardus is based, and create a Blades in the Dark game in a underwater city in that world, where they are trapped deep down in the depths in this world's version of the Marianas Trench.
You don't need players for that, do you? What?
Oh no, not players. But I'm just saying I'm going to be brainstorming my creation sessions online for that. And hopefully I want to run that at some point. That's going to be called The Dark Salem. So yeah, Capricorn Cross is where you can find me. Thanks for watching, folks. That was a blast.
Thank you, Cap. And last but most certainly not least, Lance. Quinn.
Hello.
That's a sign of good character development right there.
Yes. Lance has been added to the list. Yeah, I don't always play. I don't always play paladins, but when I do, no. That was a lot of fun. I haven't played a 16th level character yet in 5th edition. I tend to think of about 14th level, 13th or 14th, as being fairly equivalent to much higher levels from former editions. 13th, 14th, right around in there, I would say would be equivalent to some of the higher levels from 2nd edition or even AD&D, just because of how they rebalance the game. So it's kind of fun to play a 16th level character because you feel like, wow, the world is my oyster. And as I started putting together Lance and I started seeing all of these sort of paladin abilities, I thought, my goodness, I'm going to have to really work overtime to make him incompetent. So,
well, you did a great job.
Yeah, I just figured, well, let's talk about grooming products. Let's focus on one thing at a time, and we'll see where we go. So, but anyway, thank you so much. I enjoyed this a lot. I always enjoy getting out from behind the screen. It was wonderful to play with all of you. I am the creator, writer, and producer of Heroes Not Included, a weekly serialized story podcast featuring AD&D, currently in Planescape. You can find us in all sorts of places, your favorite podcast app, Apple, Google Music, Stitcher, Podbean, whatever it might be. We have a website. You can find us at www.heroesnotincluded.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Heroes Not Included. You can find us at Twitter, HNI_podcast. And you can find me on Discord and Twitter under Salwerzian. And last but not least, we also participated in Podcast of Foes, a special event celebrating the release of Mordecaiden's Tome of Foes. And you can find our episode there on the Dungeon Delve podcast feed, as well as on our own podcast feed at the end of the month. We just wrapped up season 3 of our Planescape adventure, and season 4 begins at the end of Ramadan, the middle of June. We can find out whether or not our heroes find their long-lost friend, and whether or not they live in the deep, dark well that is the 9th level of hell. So anyway, thank you all. I'll be posting all of these links in the chat, so you can check them out there. And as always, thank you, Scrat, and everyone else for a great time.